DH mean Dhamma. They have recommends in the commentary, probably a little bit story told by the commentary. If in Satipatthana Sutta, spelling in alphabet of the Dhamma mean the teachings of Buddha. But Mahasatipatthana Sutta, the name of the village is like a training. Kanto Seto Manuseso, like that. Why? Because of one the Bodhisattva. You know the Bodhisattva? Yeah. The Bodhisattva, the same, but in different language. Bodhisattva in Sanskrit, Bodhisattva in Pali. The prince, the crown prince, named Sutta Soma, a son of the one father's named Sutta Som. The Chataka Sutta Som is the place training. One giant taken over his father, and his father had promised that he will return back to be killed by the giant, the demon. But the Bodhisattva replaced himself with his father, that he better himself going to be killed. Then when he reached there, he tortures and trained the giant, the demon. Because the demon, he was a human being. He was a king at the Varanasi, Brahmatatta king. Once the cooker ran out of the meat to cook. Then the cookers going to the dead body of the male man in the jail. Then they cut the flesh of the human being and cook for the king. The king very much attachment to the flavor of human being flesh. After cooking, then he ordered to the cooker come to meet him. Come closer and say slowly, "Are you sure this is a flesh of the animal? If you don't tell me the truth, I'll kill you." Then the cooker said, "It's not meat of the animal, but the meat of the human being." Okay, we both know. Don't tell anyone, okay? Then after that, the king ordered to kill the man in jail every day. Those days probably they didn't have the refrigerator. Otherwise they can keep all the meat in the refrigerator and eat for several days for one killing. But when the man in jail ran out, what the king will do? The king ordered the cookers and to kill the man in the different direction, the city. Someone walking in the lake in the night, then they got killed. When they got killed and all the flesh are taken over, and then everybody scared, no one walk in the night. No one walk in the night, then they go in the city. And no one brave enough to walk in the city. Then the cooker said to the king, "So we could not get any meat, any flesh now. No one dare enough to walk in the street." Then the king killed the cooker. The first they didn't kill the cooker. Then the army, the head of the army, we call in English Ahmad, right? Or sorry, in Pali, Ahmad. Ahmad ordered the troop header or the Ministry of Interior or Ministry of Defense make investigate and came to know that the king is the human being. Then the king was chased away from the kingdom. When he chased away from the kingdom, then he requests one thing. Okay, I request nothing, only the one cooker. The cooker must go with me. What the cooker will do? The cooker have no choice, have to go. And then they go and live somewhere near to the foothill and the forest hill. Anyone walking to that area all get killed, and afterward no one dare enough to walk in that street, in that road, or in that jungle. The king ran out the meat to eat. Then the king looked at the cooker. What do you think? What is the king will do with the cooker? The king killed the cooker. And after that he cooked himself. Probably he learned already how to cook, because he was chased away from the city. And when the cooker cooking, then he's always there, hang around. Then he know well how to cook. When the king killed the cookers, then he cooked himself. And then after that, the cookers already died, no one left. Then the king go himself hunt and cook. He cannot kill near to the city. He kill in the jungle. One day, the kings of nearby the forest, not in Varanasi, near to the Purus state, near to the Himalaya mountain. He hunts the animal, and then all the troop left behind. He alone falling to the animal or the deer. When he reached to the deer and tried to carry the deer along with him back to the troop, then this giant demon hold on him. You reach me now. You belong to me now. Then the king, that king said, no, don't take me. Take the deer. Take the deer instead of me. No, you also belong to me. The deer also belong to me. Both of you. Then he says so many words. So please don't kill me, okay? I'll leave the deer with you. And please let me know going to the city. I will tell my family and I will come back to you. I promise you I will come back. What do you think, that the demon will release the king or will kill him immediately? Release, Mechi say release. I think the demon is pretty clever. He released the king. Somehow he trusts. When the king reached to the city, take leave the family, tell to the wife, the queen, telling to the people in the city, no one. Then everyone trying to, please don't go, we will go. Then no one except the Suttasom, the sons of the king, say, my father, this is now the time for me to pay you back. I will go, not you. And even father trying every way to stop him, but he will not. Then he go himself. Due to the Sutta Som being there, and the demon still eating with the meat, he's not too much hungry, probably big deal, and he had this food for several days, still not too much hungry yet. When he reached there, the demon make the light, put on the light and put on the cooking, preparing. And the Sutta Som sitting silence without talking, no afraid, nothing. And the demon trying to look and try to take a glance how he's doing and what his act. He's still young, but he seemed nothing too afraid. Then demon asked him, "Were you afraid to me?" Then, okay. Well, how is it? How is it? Can you say? No, I'm not afraid. Why do I have to be afraid? I'm not doing something wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong. You should be afraid. Why? Why do I have to be afraid? I look at you, you are not a demon, you are a human being. You done wrong. Your food is not the flesh of the human being. How did you know? I knew. Probably, I think the Sutta Som, probably the Bodhisattva, he may have the contemplation. He can revise for the previous life, for several previous life. Then he came to know that this demon is the great-great-great-grandfather of his family. Then he told, okay, you are this. After you get meat of the flesh of the people, then you have attachment to the flesh of the people. You are chased away from the city, from the kingdom. Now you are alone in the jungle after you kill the cougars. Then he wondered, how did you know that? The boy is still very young but came to know all these things. Then the boy told him the truth that you are my great-great-grandfather. You are not the demon, but your mind attachment to the flesh of the human being. Now you must stop eating. I can't. The demon say, I can't. Why didn't you can't? I already attachment too. Then anyway, he try every way. But the story longer than this, but I don't want to take a long time to tell about this story. You can go and revise again in your own Tipitaka language. But it's not exist in this Tipitaka Sutta, but it's interlinked. Interlinked by the commentator. Linked to Sutta Soma Sutta. And another one going to another sutta, Mahastipatthana Sutta, going to the Chayasiddhi Sutta. It's different sutta. Maybe because of this, I think in the modern day, many people put into we call Chataka. Someone believes that Chataka is the written story by someone, just to be as the moral example to the being in those days. But according to our Buddhists, we believe that all Chataka is concerned to the previous lives of Lord Buddha. It's not be written by the Lord Buddha, but the Lord Buddha getting to know Puppenivasanustiyana and Katupapatayana, and he took all that Chataka took all that to give the example to the people to be the moral conduct. For example, the same like this modern day, the Hollywood, you know the Hollywood? The Hollywood make any movie. They have written under the end credit, right? This story based on the true story. Not 100% is a true story, but it's based on the true story. Not every movie, but most of the movie based on the true story. For example, like a Hawk Down, right? You have seen the movie Hawk Down. Mean some helicopter. American troop being in the African country and doing some mission. After finish the mission, then is hunt down by the local people, and then they make a research. They make the research about that story, and then Hollywood brought all that research, some of the facts, some of the events, some of the story remade in the movie. Because of that, Hollywood made very exciting movie, very attractive movie, made billions of dollars all over the world. Why? Because it's based on the true story. Based on the true story, what is the true story in this day? Corona. Corona virus. Corona virus. I think almost many stories already made in Hollywood. For example, like a zombie. You know zombie? Probably you didn't watch too much.
Yes.
Like Fukusan. Fusan, right? And another zombie in America. It's first made in America, in like a HD movie or in the satellite movie, like a serial movie in America. Mean the body, so the human being walking without moral. But the story, the human being walking without the moral. But the story very much like a goat city. You know goat city?
Yes.
Mean, according to some of the other religion, they believe like the end of the world, all the dead body will recover from the graveyards and walking and be judged by the God. Be judged by the God. Okay, you did so bad, so much, you go to hell. Okay, you did a good thing, you go to heaven. Like this. Judged by the God, like a judgment. Or someone say judgment day, right? But like that, they have no moral and they have only desire, greedy, hungry, eager to kill just to get food. What is happened for the corona right now? The city in China was named Wuhan was blocked. No one can get in and no one can go out. If run out of food, then what happened? First not die yet, but going to kill. Or anyone bring the food, they may rob robbing the food, they might steal the food, they might kill the other who protect the food, and the confusions and what we say, the disaster, more disaster than the corona, mean everybody trying to kill each other just to be survived. That's why I think nowadays, like this movie, very much like Corona. It was made in zombie movie, and another movie now made in another city, in Busan, in Korea. In the future, maybe made in Wuhan. In the future, maybe made in Bangkok. Maybe elsewhere in the world. Why? Because it's run out of tomorrow. When the people only concentrate on oneself, they're not going to concentrate the other. I don't care for the moral. I just want myself to be survived. I think nowadays it's reminding me to think about one story taken in Tipitaka. Have you ever read about Mr. Dukkha? Anyone remember Mr. Dukkha? What's meaning Dukkha? Not a Dukkha, but it was meaning Dukkha. Dukkha is the dog of the duplicate human being made by the plastic or by cloth. That's called Dukkha. But this is not Dukkha. It's Dukkha. Dukkha means suffering. Dukkha means the one who is suffering. This man, he was born in the Kosambi. It's not Kosambi. Vaisali or Rajakur. I think Kosambi, no? Or Vaisali. He is born in his mother, prostitute. Who remember? He was born in the family of the prostitute. They have the specific name for Nakara Sobeni. Nakara means Sobeni. Oh, sorry, Nakara means city. Sobeni means most beautiful, like Miss Universe right now. But those days, if one lady is too beautiful, no one can get married due to so many men want that woman. The judge will make, okay, this woman will be Nakara Sobeni. Why? Because too beautiful, and if many people want, then better make her positions of Nakara Sobeni. Means she can distribute to everyone who has the money. For example, one night, if you want to stay with her, you have to pay more than 1,000 kahapana. I think kahapana today probably is 1,000 kahapana. It may be million baht. Who have that money? There's only